Hey Kaiju fans, Paul here. I've just treated myself to another SH Monster Arts, and as you can see, I finally got Godzilla. This will be my first Monster Arts Godzilla. Well, actually, this is my second Monster Arts. You might have seen on the site my first review was Gamera. This time I've got Godzilla, and the only other Godzilla models I've got are the NECA ones, so this one should hopefully be a much higher quality. I'm going by this little sticker here. I think this might be one of the earlier Monster Arts. It's got in the sticker 2012. I'm not quite sure when Monster Arts came about, but yeah, looks like this could be a potentially earlier model. Box is laid out very similar to the Gamera one. Showing all the different poses there on the back. I have to say, it's looking very impressive. Hopefully it'll look as good when we get it out of the box. Let's see what else have we got. And yeah, look at that. Very nice indeed. Right, let's crack this open and see what the model looks like. Okay, so I've taken it out. As you can see, it seems to be much simpler. I don't think you get anything with this model. It is literally just the figure. So we'll take off that plastic. Right, there he is, sandwiched in. He's already built, because I know NECA you normally have to attach this tail, but here it's already built. That is it. Okay. But odd, I was expecting something in there, because obviously on the back it shows a picture of him swimming, which looked like a pretty neat pose, but there's nothing to attach him. So he's just going to be laying on the floor really, rather than swimming, unless I build something myself. Let's have a look. How's he look? No, I was going to get a previous Godzilla model, the 2014, that came with the atomic breath, because I thought that'd be really cool. But there were complaints online about his eyes being a bit wonky. And looking at this one though, he's absolutely fine. It's probably going to go fuzzy if I get up close, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. As you can see there, the eyes here, they're not looking in two different directions, thank God. He's looking pretty fierce. It's got all the scale detail, that's good. Toes are looking pretty good there. That's his spikes. Oh, that's the light. Okay. No, there doesn't seem to be anything majorly wrong. No mispaint. It all seems pretty well done. Unlike the Gamera one, it doesn't have big gaping gaps where all the joints are. So I mean, you can see there's a gap there, but on the Gamera it was much more prevalent there. So that's good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little move of him and see if I can get him into some of the poses like it's got on the box there, and just see how easy it is to match up. So let's have a go. Okay, so first up we've got the basic sideways face-off pose there, and as you can see, well, that's dead simple to do. He's just standing straight, tail's rather long, looks quite menacing up close, which you don't see in the picture on the box. So that one is easy to pull off. Right, and over here we can see Godzilla letting off a, we can assume he's letting off a ferocious roar there to warn off whoever's approaching. Again, that's well, to be honest, it's not that much different from the first pose. It's mainly just moving his mouth, moving his feet apart a little bit, moving the hands, and that seems to match exactly what we've got here on the box. So again, that one's easy. In fact, looking at the picture next to it, I'd say that's pretty much the same, but taken from a different angle, isn't it? All he's doing is tilting his head down, and we can see how easy his head's move there. So move his head like that. Raise his arms up a little bit. Let's turn him the other way so it's exactly matching. Oh, there we go. And yeah, I'd say that's pretty spot on there to the box. Which leaves, I mean, look at that one as well. I mean, that, to be honest, there's not, I don't think there's that much you can do with this model compared to Gamera, is there? He just doesn't have, it's not as if you can, has a flying mode. Right, God, you can see how much his head twists, can't you? I don't think that's healthy for him, surely. Right, so we move that there. Move that there. Looking up a bit more. It's a lot wider. And so there he is, roaring. That's not, maybe it needs to be a little bit lower. But yeah, that's that pose. So the only thing we haven't tried yet is the pretty cool looking swimming pose that I'm hoping will be easy enough to do, but as I've said, there's nothing in the box so you can display him like that. So unless I build something myself, he's just going to be laying down on the floor looking like that. But I'll give it a try anyway. Here we have it. It really is impressive, that tail length, isn't it? But there he is, swimming along on the floor because it doesn't come with a stand. That seems quite a misstep there from Monster Arts. It does look really cool though. I do like that look on him. But I need to get something just to kind of hold him up. Oh, so it's a bit like that, just so you can kind of see him swimming with a blue backdrop or something. That'd be really cool. So there you have it. That's the many faces of Godzilla that we can get with this model. There isn't really that many. His head is very poseable, looking all over the place, and likewise his arms are quite poseable. His tail, very poseable, very long as well, so you can do whatever you want with that really. The feet move a little bit up and down, same with the legs, but he has got quite chunky legs. There's not too much you can do. Again, I'm comparing it with Gamera because that's the only one I've got. His mouth opens, but this tongue can't be changed like in Gamera where it could be moved. The arms are about the same. There's no chest piece to worry about, thank God for that. But his legs are so chunky and there's no real gaps, so he's not quite as poseable as Gamera, I would say. I mean, he's still movable, but I think because he's chunkier, there's just not as much you can do. The spines, I think, look really cool. And I do love how long and poseable that tail is. I just really wish, that he came with something. So as I said, like a stand for the swimming or some atomic breath would be pretty cool. The quality of the detail is, again, super impressive there. And he looks absolutely fantastic. He looks menacing. He's not, there's no mispaint or anything there. It's poseable enough that I can do something with it, but it's not quite as good as the Gamera, as there's no attachments to go with him. So this one I managed to pick up on eBay for £40, and for £40 I would say that's absolutely brilliant. I'm sure the retail price was in the region of £70 or £80, so I think I've bagged myself a bargain. But when I'm comparing it to Gamera, as I say, because there aren't as many attachments, I'm glad I paid that little bit less. Of course, what I'm going to have to do now is set it up so that the two kaiju are battling, and I'll give you a little quick picture of that before I go. But yeah, that's it for the review. It's a highly detailed model. It's reasonably poseable, but it's a bit light when it comes to what you can do with it. And even the box, I suppose, really gives that away, that they're all pretty much him in a very similar pose, just standing around looking menacing. It's only the swimming one that's different, and you can't really pull that off unless you do something yourself, which is a bit of a shame. But for £40, I'm very happy with that because I've now got a Godzilla model at long last. And so there you have it. That's Godzilla in all his glory. About to face off against Gamera. Obviously I could have posed this with Gamera about to fire a fireball, but that would be a bit unfair because Godzilla's got nothing to counteract him against. Yeah. Alright guys, well, I'm going to have a little play to see the best pose I can get these guys in, but thanks very much for watching, and as always, keep an eye out on ukkaiju.com for more content. Thanks very much. Bye.